Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. Let me check these volumes. I can't remember if I did. Where's it at? Okay. Here's the volumes. Okay. Wanted to hit this. A lot of people are asking, a lot of people are staking. Fewer are doing it in tax advantaged, This is about the iTrustCapital IRA that you can now stake in. Right here it says, can you stake in crypto IRA? That means you can earn staking rewards on assets like Solana. So I was curious and I went out looking around. Now, don't quote me here, but this looks like it's a screenshot from somebody's iTrustCapital account, and I hope that the percentage yield is something like that, but I don't know. I don't own Solana, but what I'm looking at, I'm like, man, I really hope they add XRP, and I really hope the percentage is anywhere close to that or better. iTrustCapital is one of my partners. I do have 2 IRA accounts. I do have a premium custody account where I sent a lot of my XRP. So I'm just waiting, hoping that they add yield on XRP. If you haven't opened it, they have what's called a closed loop system, which is crypto and dollars in, and then only dollars out, which prevents, and then of course you're getting free institutional custody, and this prevents the entire nightmare that could come if someone hacked your account. That's why it's a closed loop system. If you want to open an account, you can go to iTrustCapital.com/XRP Army. There's your IRA, there's your premium custody. I'm trying to help some of my family members with it. We've got a 232 XRP. It's been moving a little bit today. Here's an interesting post by Greg Kidd. As digital money evolves, we're seeing several compelling paths emerge. Stablecoins are making headway. Central bank digital currencies are coming online, and we're particularly focused on what's behind door number 3, deposit tokens. They leverage the same underlying global 24/7 ledger technology that others are using. Ours just has more controls, features like FDIC and interest versus stablecoins, yet none such Orwellian controls as central bank digital currency. We think it's a better product. Game on, the market will decide. That's a good thing, folks. I like this, what's behind door number 3. This is Raoul Paul he did his what he calls the Banana Zone update, and he makes some really good points here.
These are the cycles. I keep explaining this to you. When Banana Zone, told you when it started it over here. We had the correction zone. We explained the correction zone. The next thing we're in is this phase 2 of the Banana Zone before the correction. We're not there yet. We had a bit of sideways for a couple of weeks, and you guys lose your minds. I can't help you. Do you remember this chart? I keep bringing this chart up because you forget it. Immediately you look away and go, well, somebody else said the market's going to go down into tops, and somebody else said my old coins aren't going. Just look at the chart. Look at the chart. Look at the chart. Look at the business cycle chart. Look at the dollar. Generally, it gives you all you need to know. And everything else is fucking noise. And you get so emotional about the noise. I get it. I get emotional too. My P&L goes up and down. I don't look at my P&L. I have no idea what it is. A zero idea. Literally zero. I haven't checked my P&L in 4 months. So I have no idea what it is. But I get bored when the market goes sideways. Engagement goes down. People aren't as fun. Then it goes down a bit more. And then people start getting really angry and salty and went banana and this and this and this. That's kind of a signal like we're towards the end of the thing. Don't let your emotions rule it. These things take time. The people who get really rich in crypto were in the space for a long time. They're not trading it. And you think that some bloke on Twitter who trades stuff is going to answer your questions. No. Time answers your questions. You just did nothing. You can't. I've told you this 100 times, and then you come back and go, well, I went down 80%, blah, blah, blah. Just, you need time. Compound returns take time. Did Warren Buffett trade his portfolio? No.
All right, and then I thought those were good comments. Elon Musk says America Party will embrace Bitcoin as fiat is hopeless. I think he's going to embrace something else. And then the official cool guy, unusual for Market Watch, most cryptocurrencies rise on XRP, Solana increases. This is an interesting little take. This guy's talking about the Bitcoin supply relative to the world population.
There are 2.1 quadrillion sats.
Yep.
8.1 billion people. And this gives us an interesting number, 259.
Is that what it is?
259,259 sats per person, assuming equal distribution of Bitcoin amongst everybody.
Which BlackRock and Saylor are stopping.
Well, I think we're past the point where we get that, but let's just say that's optimal. Fees range somewhere between 5,000 to 12,000 sats per transaction right now on average. When it's really busy out there, because of ordinals or whatever in the future, there's going to be new things. You can get up to about 25 to 50,000 if you're not optimizing your transactions.
Okay, so I decided, let's see how many XRP are there versus the world population. If you took the total, there are 12.5 XRP per person globally. And then if you just looked at the circulating supply, there are 7.38 XRP. That makes me feel good. Probably you too. Look at Scottie Pippen from, Michael Jordan's right-hand man, who's been talking about Bitcoin for a long time on here. Bitcoin's my number one, but I'm holding my watch list. What coins are you watching? I got my picks. There's XRP. Scottie Pippen sees the writing on the wall. Now, this is a good clip from the Treasury Secretary.
The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, which was made permanent, is the 100% expensing of...
That's not talked about.
Which is very powerful. We also have a 5-year window for 100% expensing for factory structures and agriculture structures. So, to take a tax hit on that is really, you're really winding the spring, and you are creating high after-tax returns on capital, which increase productivity, which is what makes countries rich.
Yes, sir. This is good right here. The DTCC is aiming for 90 trillion of their own real-world assets tokenized on-chain.
Public distributed ledgers, predominantly, I think. And actually, within the demo, it shows you who these guys are working with to enable this. Some major financial players. Let's dive into this.
Yeah, let me stop you there. So that's the conversion order is one of those substantial underpinnings. So this is what DTCC is up to right now after the experiment. We want to make it possible for parties to receive on qualified public and private blockchains any asset that's in DTCC's inventory. So that's all roughly $90 trillion worth of our assets. We're racing to actually bring that to production. We expect it much sooner than any of you think, so that when you want to engage in transactions like these, you can. You simply pass in a conversion order, move to token form, and then move back again to traditional form.
So the second demo, after we've moved the money to tokenized, why do we move it to tokenized version? We're going to do two things with it. One, we're going to do an after-hour, effectively 24/7 sale of the share in tokenized form, but not a wrapped version by a third party with third-party risk. Actual share within DTCC is going to transfer from a seller to a buyer at the source within seconds. So that's the second thing we're going to do, show how 24/7 can happen, a real use case, and is going to come. And then we're going to take the buyer who actually bought the asset, will actually use the asset as collateral. They will borrow money against this asset in an intraday repo process, basically selling the asset and getting cash for it. And then a few minutes later, we'll do the opposite, where they sell back the cash and get the asset back. So we're going to show conversion. We're going to show the 24/7 trading, instant settlement, and we're going to show use as collateral that can be used in multiple ways. But before we jumped in, question to you, how real is it? I mean, we're going to show a demonstration, of course, but how real do you think this is?
This is quite real. So the demonstration you're going to see here, not real value, but real smart contracts, real chains, real movement of value. This was built on a mock of DTC's core accounting systems, the DTC proper, ATP, for those who are in the know. So it's there. We're now taking and moving from mock to real to allow this to roll to.
All right, and then this is interesting right here. Rick Edelman, why crypto should make up 10 to 40% of your portfolio. For years I said this is going to be 1 to 5% of everybody's portfolio, but I think it's going to be much more than that now, and apparently they do. He only suggested 1% allocation in 2021. Now he says this allocation should be between 10 and 40%, depending on your appetite, your risk appetite. 10% for conservative investors, 25% moderate, 40% aggressive. Today I'm saying 40%. That's astonishing, right? Nobody ever anywhere has said such a thing. Then he goes on down here. He believes the cryptocurrency sector presents the best growth opportunity of any asset class. The sector outperformed all others in the past 15 years, still incredibly low. It's only about 5% of the global population that own crypto at this stage, he told CNBC. As more and more get involved, we're going to see massive asset inflows. And because certainly in the case of Bitcoin, it's a fixed supply asset, the more people who buy it, the higher the price is going to rise. 4 years ago, and I was there, I remember it. 4 years ago, we didn't know if governments were going to ban Bitcoin. We didn't know if the technology would become obsolete. We didn't know if consumers might not want to adopt it. We didn't know if there would be any institutional engagement. Today, all those questions are resolved. Blue skies ahead, folks. SEC is pushing issuers to amend the refile applications for spot SOL ETFs by the end of July, hinting at faster than expected approvals. And then we got this. XRP isn't just joining the financial system, it's becoming the financial system. Regulated stablecoins, treasury rails, ISO messaging future pipelines are locking XRP in the banking core. Here's some backbone of global finance. Interesting little chart there. And then Chad Steingraber says, holy mother, XRP 1.5 billion in net inflows on Upbit, but then he updated it. Upbit Korean exchange XRP volume is going to absolutely berserk, 1.94 billion with the current hour. The next closest is Binance at 90 million in volume. Now, if you were there in 2017-18, Korea, South Korea is where a lot of that came from, and I'll never forget it when CoinMarketCap took South Korean pricing out without telling anybody overnight, which collapsed the XRP price, and it never recovered from that all-time high after that. I've always been suspicious of that. Now, in DAIXRP.com, the Patreon, we're going to talk about, we're going to go into, there's a bombshell going around that I would not show out here. It's a pretty big bombshell in my opinion, pretty amazing, and it's pretty suspect. And then, so we're going to talk about that and some other XRP stuff in the group. You can join at DAIXRP.com through the Patreon, or you can join through YouTube by clicking the join button at the bottom of this, or you can join through X. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.